Hey, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel named Learning to Learn. So yes, basically आज हम next topic पे जाएंगे, but before that आई हैव टू चैनल्स नेम्ड स्टडी व्लॉग एंड बॉस लेडी। उसमें आपको ऑसम कंटेंट मिलेगा। अगर आप ये चाहते हैं कि यूट्यूब चैनल स्टार्ट करें, कोई आपको गाइड करे कि एग्जैक्टली कैसे करना है, तो आप स्टडी व्लॉग ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, राइट। और अगर आप पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट, कैरियर से रिलेटेड, ऑफिस में क्या करना है क्या नहीं, इंटरव्यू में कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है खुद को, रिज्यूम में क्या होना चाहिए, इसमें से ज़्यादा फोकस्ड है तो आपको बॉस लेडी फॉलो करना चाहिए, ओके। एज वेल एज मैं अनअकैडमी पे एक वेरीफाइड एजुकेटर हूँ। आप अनअकैडमी प्रोफाइल अनअकैडमी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं और मेरी प्रोफाइल को फॉलो कर सकते हैं अगर आप NTA UGC नेट की तैयारी कर रहे हैं। और अनअकैडमी बहुत सारे क्लासेस लेता है, फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट क्लासेस लेता है अगर आप कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, ओके। सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड विद टुडेज टॉपिक. In the previous session, we did in detail about the principles of management, and today we are going to do further understanding the other principles of management in detail. Okay, so just give me a minute, everyone. Yes. So this was the key terms I was talking about in the previous session. That certain terms you should include in your what do we say? Uh, in your notes or in your exams or in your papers, so that you can able to score and fetch more marks, okay. So we have started actually from this particular point, okay, and now we are going to continue. We started with this, just once again everybody, yes, division of work, right. And now we have already completed this. Okay, we have already completed authority and responsibility. Then we also did discipline and unity of command and unity of direction, as well as we understood unity of command and unity of direction, the difference between the two, right? Now we will be doing the next points, okay. If you want this notes, you can just join to my telegram channel and get these notes. And except that, you guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook for regular updates, and subscribe to my channel. As well as, if you guys are not on Unacademy, you can join Unacademy. Unacademy is India's online leading learning platform where you can prepare for various competitive examinations, okay. So let's start with point number 6, subordinate of individual interest to general interest. So what does this exactly mean? See, to achieve objective in the organization, sometimes it is really necessary to give up your own personal gains for the betterment or for the good future of the organization, right. So subordinate of individual interest to general interest means this is so because larger interest of the worker and stakeholders are more important than the interest of any one person. It is absolutely true, right. So it is more important the companies, or you can say the welfare of all the stakeholders, all the employees of the company, all the workers of the company. This is more important as compared to a single individual, right. So sometimes it is necessary to give up you can say your personal gain in order to achieve organizational gain, right. Now, remuneration of employee, this is an easy one. Okay, remuneration of employee means that the employee should be given remuneration according to his work that helps him to survive, as well as that should be the same cost that is, you can say, affordable to the company, okay. So the employees should be paid fair wages which should be given them at the least of a reasonable standard of living, yes, so that they can actually make a living out of it, and they can actually attain a standard of living. They can purchase their groceries, they can fulfill, you can say, their school fees, student school fees, their child school fees. They can purchase a home, like they can do investments, they can take a home on rent, something like that. So everybody can survive in this situation, or you can say survive in the world. The remuneration should be such, okay. Second, At the same time, it should be within the paying capacity of the company. Yes, the company should have the budget or enough amount to actually pay that amount to the employees, right? Because the company is not only going to pay one employee but n number of employees as well as workers, right? And it should be just and equitable, means it should be according to the job. If the job is more risky, if the job needs more time, devotion, attention, it should pay more, and if it is, you can say, less risky, it should pay less. Okay, the next is centralization and decentralization. I hope you understand this is a very easy topic. See, centralization means where the main authority and main decision making capacity is only there with one single person. So what he does is he keeps all the decision making capacity with himself. For certain organizations, that becomes real necessary or real, you can say, it is a very important thing for certain people, right? Or for certain types of industries. Like in military organizations, it is important to have a centralized person for management, for administration, because it is a very sensitive matter, right? Whereas in manufacturing industry, there can be a decentralized organization. What do you mean by decentralized organization here? That the decisions and the authority is spread across the organization, and everybody who's designated at a particular post has the power, has the authority, and has the responsibility to take decisions and execute those decisions accordingly, right? So centralization is required for certain types of organization, and decentralized is required for different types of organizations. So these two are totally different concepts and used changing on the basis of situations, on the type of companies, etc. So the centralization of decision making authority is called centralization, whereas it's dispersal. Here by dispersal we means distribution among more than one person is known as decentralization, right? Now scalar chain. Okay, scalar chain is, you can say, comparatively very easy and simple. It is related to the hierarchy of any organization, specially used during communication, or the channel, the chain, the way, or not exactly the way, but the channel through which you can communicate in the organization to the other person. Okay, so suppose you are like the worker, right? And if you have a complaint, you cannot directly go to the CEO, right? It is not possible. So what to do? You should complain the same to your immediate boss or your superior. Your superior will then consult the department head, or you can say the assistant manager, right, of that particular department. The assistant might communicate it to the main person, or you can say the head of the department, and then it might go to the CEO. So see, there is an hierarchy, it is going step by step, right? So scalar chain here means the communication should be either it is upward, okay, or it is downward. It should be step by step, right? See, the formal lines of authority from highest to lowest ranks are known as scalar chain. Okay, so organizations should have a chain of authority and communication that runs from top and bottom and should be followed by managers and subordinates, right? So every organization should follow a particular dedicated communication channel which is predetermined, which is, you can also call it as formal channel of communication, right? So that you should follow compulsorily unless and until it is a very urgent matter. Okay, so this helps, you can say, to maintain you can say good communication, right? To maintain records, to maintain official records, etc. Okay, and the remedy for this, the remedy means, suppose if there is an urgency, right, and you don't have time to go through the scalar chain. Okay, so is there any remedy available? Of course, gangplank as shown in the diagram. This is shorter route and has been provided so that the communication is not delayed. So this diagram I'm going to show you in the next lecture, right, because it is in a different page. But yes, gangplank is, you can say, a type or you can say a way through which you can actually communicate with the shorter route in case of emergencies. Okay, now let's go to the 10th point, the last point for today, and the remaining 4 points will be continuing in the next particular lecture. Okay, so really sorry for this has blurred a bit. Okay, order. Order is, it means everything should be in a particular order, in a particular place we are talking about. Suppose if you're doing certain work and on your desk you don't have, you're not able to find your stapler, your punching machine, okay, your mouse or your mobile phone, it will be very difficult to manage everything, right? It's better that you're a bit organized. It means you have actually a place allotted or a drawer allotted for all your stationaries and stuff. You should have a place for all your important papers. There should be a place in the organization to keep all the important documents at a particular place in the safe manner, right? This helps to reduce time wastage, reduce resources wastage, and ultimately helps to increase efficiency and effectiveness, right? So that is we mean by order. Okay, so let us read what's going on. A place for everything and everything in its place. It means that every organization should have a place for everything they have, right? And everything should have a place so that it reduces the total problems of, you can say, disorganized and havoc and confusion type of environment, right? If there is a fixed place for everything and is present there, then there will be no hindrance in the activity of business or factory. Yes, there will be no delay, there will be no time wastage, and it will be very efficient, right? So this is what are the key terms for the next further 5 points of various principles of management given by Henry Fayol. So this was the administrative principles. So this is the whole playlist of the management, as you can see in the screen this side, right? And these are two of my different channels. You can join these. There are awesome content there, and if you still have any problems or any issues, please do let me know. I'll be really very happy to help you guys, right? So take good care of yourself, study hard, keep learning, and take care.